Over-under bets. The Arizona Diamondbacks. 75 wins. So they went 82-80 last year. That was good for third place in the National League West. Tied for eighth overall. Pretty crowded for the National League, other than a few teams at the bottom. The Pirates were 82-79, so they finished a half game behind them. They had a 49 run differential. They're over-under, as I said, 75. That's quite a drop, especially for a team that underachieved, feel like, last year. And they won 93 games, but it's defensible for a number of reasons. They traded Paul Goldschmidt, their best player of the last 6 straight seasons. Got back Luke Weaver, Carson Kelly, prospects. Weaver's a young pitcher for St. Louis that's been intriguing. Did not pitch very well last year, for the most part, but hardly time to give up on him yet. They're aiming to have him be the 4 starter in the rotation. Kelly is gonna split time. It looks like he hasn't played much to this point of his career. 24 years old. He's gonna split time with Alex Avila and maybe John Ryan Murphy. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if they're gonna have 3 catchers out there. I feel like Ryan Murphy would be the odd man out. They also lost players in free agency. Their best starting pitcher last year, Patrick Corbin, went to Washington. Clay Buchholz didn't think that he would be coming up before, but he gave them a surprisingly competent 16 starts. He's unsigned completely. Last that I saw, he's still a free agent. AJ Pollock, center fielder, went to the Dodgers. Daniel Descalso, Chicago. Chris Owings left. Shelby Miller's gone. Okay, that's fine. Shelby Miller can go. Brad Boxberger. Yeah. Oh, but they did just lose Steven Souza on Monday night on a run scoring play. I don't like watching injuries like that. I don't know if it was, but he tore several ligaments on the play. So he's gonna be out. I haven't seen it, but that's a tough one. And for a guy that only played 72 games last year, the Diamondbacks were really counting on him to help improve their outfield. And now it's going to be 0 games. So they signed Adam Jones. I don't know about him playing center field anymore. Probably going to be mostly in right field. So we're talking about center field starting potentially Ketel Marte. He's played a total of 14 innings in the outfield in the majors in his career, all back in 2015. Yeah, 2015. So, and you got David Peralta in left field. He's pretty solid. But not a lot of margin for error. Gerard Dyson backing up, coming, pinch runner and defensive replacement. If he hits it all, probably not. So, there's good things too. They got Eduardo Escobar. They traded for him at the deadline. His numbers actually tailed off a little bit, but he was an upgrade for them. And they rewarded him by signing him in the offseason. So, he's gonna stay there. That's a solid fit at third base next to Nick Ahmed. And then the rotation could be really good, especially if Luke Weaver picks it up at all, which I think he could. Robbie Ray, 27 years old, good bounce back candidate if he stays healthy. Only a year removed from being 7th in the Cy Young Award voting, which is not almost winning, but he was a really good pitcher. Electric stuff. So he could bounce back. Zach Godley also, he struggled with control last year, but another guy with loads of potential. I think he's a little older, like 29. And they can get an extra boost maybe in the second half of the season with Taijuan Walker. So, this could be seen as like a middling club that just took a wrecking ball and they're tearing everything down and the team's garbage now. So, that's a scenario, but this team was really good before and not that far removed from 93 wins in 2017. Got a lot of their good players there. They started off well last year, really kind of fell apart at the end, lost 25 of their last 36 games. But I still think they're being undervalued at 75. I mean, the bottom of the division, I think, is also being overvalued. The rest of it, in particular, the Giants. I feel like a bad year for the Diamondbacks would be like 77 or 78 games. I think they could easily be a 500 team, if not slightly better, and be like a pseudo competitor. But they're not. They were battling with the Rockies for who's the second best team in that division. It's not really a conversation anymore. The Rockies are the second best now. But I think this team is there's definitely some value here though with this 75 wins, especially if they keep Zach Greinke. I like this. This is one of my best bets. This is one of my 3 over predictions. The Arizona Diamondbacks, 75 wins. Yeah. So reason to celebrate, Arizona. We got a good team. 500 maybe.